Good morning. The time is 2:21 a.m. The date today is the 26th of September 2019. The day is Thursday. In Hebrew Ethnology T993, Thursday, if the soul was born to a male, is called Thursday, Yao. Thursday, if the soul was born to a female, is called Ya. The characteristics that live with the soul of Thursday for the male and female is confrontational and aggressive. Confrontational and aggressive. The time is 2:22 a.m. My name is Kojo in Hebrew Ethnology tree. That means the soul characteristics is Bajo for the boy, Kojo, and for the girl, Adowa. And in translation, that means the calm and peaceful child. I have come to visit the soul of Thursday today, confrontational and aggressive. Dappy, my sister, and Jeremy Corbin, to see if there's anything they want us to know. And they tell us that today is about confessions. Confessions. So even I'm wondering what that is. And the first thing that we need to make clear is this. How do you show your neighbor love? How do you show your neighbor love? And also, duty. What is duty? Yeah, and once you know what duty is, what should you do? Yeah, to fulfill your duties. So, for example, if you know someone, yeah, is a risk, and if you've got proof to show that that person is a risk, you have two options. Option one, ignore and say, it's none of my business. Yeah? And then, get on with your life. That's an option you have. But that means you've left someone in danger. And if you've left someone in danger, you're not loving your neighbor as you love yourself, because you wouldn't want to be left in danger. Before I go into confessions, I just want to tell you, reveal the background of the story to you, yeah? I got a loved one, yeah? And she was born on Sunday. Her name is Akosia. Akosia, that's her soul. So the soul of Sunday, Akosia, yeah? Okay. I have someone in my life that I know, yeah? His name is Kwesi, yeah? And he was also born on a Sunday. I have many people I know that are born on Sunday. One of them, yeah? So also carrying the same soul, yeah, as my loved one, yeah? And yesterday, yeah, I got a phone call from a loved one of mine on Wednesday, which was yesterday. The loved one of mine is called Kweku, who's a Wednesday born, yeah? And he was tailing an ambulance. Yeah, he was tailing an ambulance. And then he tells me the loved one of mine is in the ambulance and she's on Akosia, that is. She's on her way to the hospital and there's a problem. So last night was a bit of a, what do you call it for us? Yeah. So today, so last night, it was a bit of a tense thing, but everything turned out to be, it turned out good, didn't it? It turned out good. So when I got up this morning, obviously she's still in hospital, so we were a bit tense. And then I got on with the housework and I was doing what I was doing. Eventually the guy came, Uncle King. He's a glass. He basically will fix. He's a window maker, yeah. So he will make the windows from scratch. He will come and measure your windows, make the windows from scratch, fit them in, and cut the glass, everything. He's also a locksmith, yeah. And my mom's place where my mom stays, yeah, where my mom's quarters, the living room key has spoiled, so he came to fix it. Yeah, so he came to fix something to do with my mom, and then I get a phone call that she's doing okay. Okay, cool. There's a road, the road in front of my house. The contractors that are making it, I work with them. So we've been looking forward to the government coming to, check to see that the road is worthy, yeah, for the company that we work for to be given the contracts to fix Ghana. So I'm told the government agents are downstairs actually checking the road. So I get out, yeah. I quickly pick up my camera stick, yeah, and I run. But by the time I run downstairs, yeah, I didn't feel it was appropriate to film them because of, they seem to be in a serious mood. But anyway, I went over because I know the government, the guy, Dr. Baku, I know him personally. So I went over, said hello and everything, and I was talking to them. So we got to a point, and me and him stood next to this beautiful, there's a house on my road, and the garden, yeah, is very beautiful. Yeah, and as I'm talking to him facing this garden, I see movements in the hedges. And I'm thinking, rare. I keep looking, and I notice there's a boy. Well, it's a kid. I can't tell yet if it's a boy or not. But I'm trying to talk to Mr. Baku, and because I want to know, I'm excited. I want to know what's going on, what the government is doing. It's almost election time. So I know election time, you can just about get anything you want from a government, right? So it's election time, it's coming soon, it's tense, it looks like there's going to be war. But if you fix it, and if you show people you're going to do it, the war might not come. All this crap is going on, yeah? And I see the kid in the back. But then get this, yeah? You see this garden I'm telling you about? Tomorrow I'll film it for you, yeah? It's got the beautifulest red flowers, yeah? But it grows big, massive. And the kid has taken one of the most beautiful ones, yeah? And taken it off the stem. But anyway, I keep talking to Mr. Baku, and then I look behind, I keep looking, yeah? And the kid comes out of the hedges. And I realize, yeah, he's actually behind the hedges waiting for me. It's Prince, my boy Prince. So he must have seen me, got excited, because he doesn't live on this road. But if he's on this road, it's for two reasons, yeah? He's going to see the tailor, only to jam there and watch my door, yeah, and watch my gate for when I come out. But then get this, I must have come out and straight away went to them, so he must have thought, okay, he can't join me. So he went behind there, yeah, waiting for me. So anyway, he run across and he's got the most beautiful flowers in his hand, yeah. And I stopped the interview and I said hello to him. And even Dr. Baku smiled, yeah. Okay, cool. We carried on with the interview, and then they finished what they had to do and they went, yeah. And then me and Prince just started playing around the camera, and I started interviewing him, yeah, about what he likes to eat, what he likes to do, this, that. The most simplest boy you've ever met, yeah. And then get this, for the first time, yeah, during our interview, I asked him, "This me Prince, what's your name?" He told me his full name, yeah, and I said, okay, but he told me his name, yeah, his physical name. But then I asked him, what's the name, yeah, of the day you were born? What's the name of your soul, yeah? And then he goes, oh, I don't know. And he wasn't, because get this, he's tree, yeah, he's tree, but he hasn't been named. It's natural. We don't put it on our birth certificates. You naturally have it. But then people either call you by your physical name or a mixture, yeah? People don't really call him by his soul name. And because it's not on his birth set, yeah, he doesn't know it. But he knows he was born on Sunday, yeah? So I say Kwesi, yeah? And as I'm talking to him, yeah, I know this boy's life, yeah? They don't have much, yeah? His dad, today, as we're talking, he tells me how his dad died. Basically, his dad was doing okay. He had 2 cars, yeah, both working as taxis. So his dad was using one to work as a taxi, and he's giving another one to someone else to work as a taxi. And that's how his dad was supporting the family. And then his dad had a car accident which broke both his legs. Yeah, broke both his legs. But this car accident killed him. Because he was never able to get the money to get the right treatment to have a simply a broken leg still keep you alive. Yeah, everything went sour, and then in the end the mom also couldn't. And I believe I didn't ask him after he told me about his dad. Yeah, I looked at his face and it just looked like I had when you've pushed someone too far. So I just stopped. But I'm not sure if his mom is alive or dead, but he's ended up anyway in his uncle's care. There are 5 of them. His mom and his dad had 5 kids. They must have been doing well with 2 cars and 5 kids. Yeah? But all of a sudden, he finds himself, yeah, at his uncle's, who's already struggling. Who is what? Already struggling. Yeah? His 2 sisters, the youngest one and the one above her, are with him here. They weren't before, but they're here now. And the other 2 are somewhere else because the uncle just can't have all of them. Yeah? Okay. So I'm chilling with this guy and I thought, you know what? As I'm talking to him and everything. But, sorry, this was in the car. But I'm talking before we even got to there. Yeah? So we're interviewing ourselves and I got a camera on him, yeah? And I'm asking him what he likes to do. And I was shocked, yeah? What do you like eating? Konkonte. You see konkonte? It's the cheapest food you will find in Ghana. Yeah? But that's his favorite. With light soup. Yeah? And I was thinking, rare. I've never even heard of that combination. He said it's the best. And then I asked him many questions, yeah. I got on tape. And I just saw the simplicity. If this kid was in England and I asked him this, it would be PS4, PS10, iPhone. I asked this kid what he likes to eat. He just said the cheapest food, but was his best. Yeah, what else do you like to eat? Rice. And I said, okay, what rice? Fried rice is my favorite. This, that. And I'm thinking, rare. And then I felt deep within me, yeah, that something was telling me, yeah, that my mom's healing lives here. Yeah, what I do next, yeah, will help my mom. Yeah. And I thought, it makes sense. If I was next to my mom, yeah, I'll hold her hands. If I was next to my mom, I'll massage her wherever I can massage her to make her feel good. If I was next to my mom, I'll just speak into her ears and make her feel good. If I was next to my mom, I would do what I had to do. But physically, I'm not next to my mom. But this is Kwesi. You see, in Hebrew iconology, we don't believe that the male and the female are different in terms of the soul world or even in terms of the physical world. But in the physical world, we believe the woman, yeah, is superior. We believe the woman is the kingmaker. The woman knows better. The woman knows more. But in the spiritual world, they're the same. So, as a Sunday born, the soul's characteristics is born leader. Because the sun came first. The sun's day. The sun came first. So the sun is the born leader. It leads the way. Born guide. Well, the light. The sun is a natural light. a guides, born protector. The reason why you put the sun and you put light in front of you is to shine the dangers ahead of you, so you will be protected against them. Also, you can take mind on approach to them. So I knew if I want to do all those things that I normally would do if I was next to my mom, at a time where she most needs it, I know she does. If I can't do it physically, then I knew I had to do it spiritually. So I told Prince, do you want to go to the beach? Listen, I had meant to go to the beach already, yeah, to just wash myself and just have a silent prayer, yeah. Okay. He said, yeah. He would love to go to the beach. And I said, okay, cool. Go home, ask your mom and your dad, yeah, if it is okay, because they know me, yeah, and they know I'm friends with them. But ask them if it's okay for you to come to the beach with me. And he said, and then come to the tailor and wait and tell the tailor, yeah, to give me a phone call, yeah, and give me 1 hour, yeah, and I'll be ready and we can go to the beach. He said, okay. He went home, asked his mom, came to the tailor, told the tailor, oh, please, could you and tell him that boom boom things, we're going, yeah. The tailor refused because at the moment she's not, she's not really, I'm not really her greatest human being in the world, yeah. So she refused. So he came to the house and was downstairs screaming. You know what? I was doing exactly what I'm doing now. I thought I heard someone screaming. I thought, yeah. And then but I thought it was through the recording, because sometimes I'm recording and people will be shouting for me. So sometimes, yeah, when I'm listening to my recordings, yeah, I find myself going, what? And there's no one calling me. And then I work out it's from there. Yeah. And then later on, about 30 minutes later, I got ready and I tried to call the tailor, but it didn't go through. So I went to see my uncle. My uncle went, didn't you hear the kid calling you? And I went, no, why didn't you tell me? But my uncle's been acting funny today anyway, so I just thought, allow it. Cool. And anyway, I took the car keys and I went downstairs. As I was going downstairs, I looked out, yeah, and he sat directly opposite my house, yeah, and he's sat at the welder's place, talking to Bra Kofi, the lotto guy, yeah, just waiting, just literally poised, watching my door. So I came out and he quickly left Bra Kofi and ran over. I said, okay, please open the door. If you ask your parents, he said, yeah, it's me good. Open the gate and let's go. He opened the gates, he sat in and I strapped him in. Yeah, we started going. And then I took him to the cash point, we got some money. Pulled over at the restaurant. I said, are you hungry? He said, yeah. This me, okay. Tell the lady what you want. Yeah. And in Ghana here, kids, yeah, they want more. Kids want more. And normally to get more, yeah, in terms of food, yeah, you go for jollof rice. Why? There's the rice already cooked in sauce, yeah. Or listen, already cooked in sauce and it's nice. Plus, there's things in there already, and if you get a little meat on top, you're smiling, yeah. So I told him, get anything you want. This kid, yeah, orders, yeah, plain rice and stew. I say, what, should I get you 3 cedis? He goes, no, 2 cedis. You see, he's used, yeah. 2 cedis is about the max he'll get if he was given money to go and buy food, yeah. But he's used to it. He's a healthy kid, yeah, a very healthy kid, like hard-working kid, like very strong kid, yeah, very strong kid. So he ordered 2 cedis. I thought, let me not argue with him, yeah. And I told the girl, give him 5 cedis meat, yeah. But in the end, the meat only ended up to be 4 cedis they do. So I said, okay, don't worry, yeah. Got that, yeah. And then I put in the car. In the car, yeah, you can tell he's hungry. He said, oh, can I eat it? And I said, oh, don't worry, just wait, give me 2 seconds. We'll get to the beach in a minute, you can eat it at the beach. He said, okay, cool. So in no time we got to the beach, yeah. Pulled over, pulled up, parked up, and then he picked up his food. I opened the car for him. I walked over to the kebab guy, yeah, ordered some kebabs, yeah, and then I gave him his food and I told him he can go and sit down. Remember, and start eating his food. This boy, yeah, was so excited. He put the food on the table and run. And he was just fixed, watching the sea. You see, I hadn't realized. You see where he's from? He came from the beach. Where he lives, where him and his parents, his mom and dad lived, and his his 4 siblings lived, yeah, they lived right next to the beach. He's used to going to the beach. He's used to swimming in the beach. He's used to playing at the beach. He's used to living next to the beach. Or next to water, yeah. And this kid, all of a sudden, his hunger had left him. So I finished buying the kebab anyway, and I got the food, and I went and got Fanta as well. Yeah, got the Fanta nicely clean, and I went and sat next to him, and I gave him his food, and I told him eat. He got his stew out, put onto his rice. Yeah, he doesn't mix his rice with the stew like I do. You see me? I'll put the stew everywhere, and then I'll make sure that every piece is moist. Yeah, he just put it on the side. In the end, half of it was left. Again, yeah, watch. In his household, yeah, you will get, in most Ghanaian households, yeah, you will get just a tiny bit of stew. And you learn, yeah, to make that work, and you learn to live like that. Unfortunately, yeah, my mom spoiled me. Yeah, she would dish the rice and then give me the spoon for the stew. I was allowed to dish my own stew. I was allowed to make it the way I wanted it. Listen, I knew my mom was getting healed. Why? Because her spirit was happy. Her spirit was happy. Yeah. In no time, I got a phone call from my dad, actually giving me good news and improvements. Yeah. And actually telling me that the doctors are saying is really nothing. They've looked in the cameras, nothing. It looks like just a bit of sore, but it's sore that's cleared her system as well. But it's all good. Okay, so we finished eating, and then we went downstairs. Yeah, to one of my favorite spots. It's basically rocks at the beach, yeah, and someone's taken the time to go and draw and paint on the rocks. Beautiful. So we were there just chilling, and then we decided to start walking across. So we walked. We captured all this. Walking, chilling. We got to the beach. We went and stood and, we just chilled, played, and jammed. We finished. We walked up, yeah. And I promised him. I told him, don't worry. Next time, yeah, I'll try and get better money, yeah. And your 2 sisters and the other kids, yeah, will get trotro, because I've only got a 2-seater car. Yeah, I'm sensible. You see me, I don't like jamming with adults. Yeah, they're dickheads. Yeah, they're dickheads. And you see adults, if you're very good to them today, yeah, and tomorrow you can't afford to, they won't actually think. You see kids, if you're very good to them today, yeah, and you see tomorrow you can't afford to be very good to them, they will still run over to you, yeah, and still love you for the very good you were to them that day when you could. Because the hope is, yeah, when you can, they know you will. But it doesn't matter. You've proven that you're their friend. And kids, they want to play anyway, right? So yeah, I promised them, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Because I know. And I asked him, have you been to the beach since you've been here? He's been here a while. No. He didn't even realize the beach was so close. Yeah. So today I came back and dad called me, my sister called me. Everything's okay. The loved one's okay. Yeah, Akoshia's okay. But get this. Now we come to confessions. Protection. Yeah. This story I'm going to tell you, yeah. There are 7 days in a week, yeah, and there are 7 people. So if I say Kwesi, yeah, every Sunday born, I could be talking about you, yeah. So it doesn't matter. If I say Akosia, every Sunday born, I could be talking about you. So it doesn't matter. But he who knows, yeah, knows, and he who she knows. Thus, if I have said it and you hear it, yeah, protect yourself. Yeah, protect yourself. Yeah, so get this, yeah. I used to know a guy, yeah. He has the soul of Sunday. He was born on Sunday, yeah. And you see this guy, yeah. He's greedy for money. Yeah, but listen to the problem, yeah. Listen to the problem. This guy is also, yeah, listen carefully. I don't have to do this, but I have to if I am to prove, yeah, that it is true. If you want God to bless you, yeah, you have to do what's right. Watch. You see this guy, yeah? Any name I mention, yeah, there are 7 of us. So imagine the scope of what I'm saying. You see his dad. His dad, yeah, was a Tuesday born, yeah? In Hebrew iconology, yeah, if you're born on a Tuesday, your name, if you're the girl, is Abena. If you're the boy, is Kwabena. And the characteristics of this soul, of the soul of Tuesday, is warrior, fierce, and compassionate. Yeah, warrior, fierce, and compassionate. So what do you think happens when a warrior who's fierce has no compassion? Yeah, that was the type of person his dad was. Now let me give you traits you pick up as a child if, yeah, you live with evil. Yeah, you see this guy's dad, yeah. Every woman he got with, yeah, he strategically planned it. You see that this guy's mom, this Kwesi's mom, yeah, he got with her strategically. Yeah, and then this Sunday Bones what you call it siblings that he has with other women, he got with the women strategically. In the end, every woman finds out, yeah, who he truly is, yeah, and they all leave him, but he doesn't care. He will leave you in debt. He will leave you fucked and unprotected. He will use you. The worst thing, yeah, this is an uncle of mine I'm talking about. The worst thing I found out he did, yeah, was he met someone, a woman, yeah. He met a woman while he already had a woman, yeah. And then he found out that this woman also already has a man, yeah. Listen very carefully. This woman also already has a man. The man is actually very well, well off. Yeah, has built a house here. Him and his wife has, everything's nice. The man is American. He's a white man. He's come here and met a Ghanaian woman. Doesn't want to take her there and destroy her. Wants to leave her here and everything's nice. This guy went and plotted with this white man. Sorry, with this woman. Yeah, to take everything from the white man. Yeah, at the cost of his life. At the what? Cost of his life. Somehow, yeah, somehow. You see, when you do good, yeah, goodness pays off. Somehow, the white man was tipped off. It must mean, yeah, somehow he's done some good to an assassin, or he's done some good that crosses the assassin's path. Because he was warned that we're not gonna do nothing, but this is what it is. This is what we've been told. But it's coming from your wife. So the white man packed up, yeah, and run. And then he used lawyers to try and retain his things. so get this. Imagine this now, yeah. So the dad, yeah, plan was failed. The woman, yeah, who was doing okay, ended up, yeah, actually losing everything. But it's deserved. When you follow evil, yeah, nothing good should happen to you, yeah, and you shouldn't be happy, and it shouldn't end in happiness for you when you do evil and follow evil. So get this, that messed up, and then get this. There was a death in the family, yeah, and it so happens that this guy, yeah, he, because he's a bit wealthy, because he lives in England, he uses wealth and his power to wrangle his way to take the house, yeah, of the deceased as the inheritor. So there was a lot of about that. Cool. Whilst he's got this house, yeah, listen carefully. While he's got this house, he employs a stranger, a little boy he finds and he helps. He brings the kid to the house. So this is the man who's always doing evil, and now he's trying to do good, and he's brought a kid to the house. So whilst he's not in the country, that kid lives there and looks after the house and cleans the house. Oh no, this, that. He opened, yeah, a workplace for this kid, so the kid can work and make money and eat at the same time, yeah, and look after the house. In Ghana, that's big. Why? Because get this, do you know how much it is to have a barbering shop open for you? You know, you're chilling in Ghana, you're living in a nice house. The girls will even love you for that. Yeah, cool. But you see this guy, he's a slave master. Yeah, he's a slave master because he in his sights, yeah, are dreams of being big. When you see this guy, he's tall, he's almost 6 foot something, yeah, and he will stand there with his tall self, wearing his big gold chains. He's the typical Ashanti man. Yeah, the typical Ashanti man. Yes, the Ashantis are full of greatness, but you have to earn your greatness. This is one that was a liar and a cheat, yeah, and a destroyer and a breaker, who was proud and felt great, because greatness comes in 2 forms. Yeah, and get this. You see this guy he employed, yeah. When he comes back, yeah, the smallest thing, he'll be on this guy's back. Yeah. One day maybe he came to Ghana and he checked the house. When he came, I think the guy hadn't noticed he was coming or something, but it turned into, you know what? Grab your things, that's it, leave. That's how selfish this guy is, that when you rely on him, yeah, you have to realize that your life is tentative at his will. So in Ghana, this is what this guy came to Ghana, and this is what he did, and this is what they do not understand. Yeah, he took someone who had nothing and gave him something on a little mistake. Yeah, instead of punishing the person or giving the person a suspension or a punishment, yeah, he decided, yeah, to take the person back where he found the person, to prove a point, because that's who this guy is. He's bigger than anyone. And when he's truly bigger than you, he will make you know that. So get this. This guy, yeah, reflecting back on everything that he's about to lose. We don't even know. Maybe he had a girlfriend, and maybe he had plans to marry the girl, and this plans to marry the girl, he was saving for it, and maybe he lost all that. Maybe his mom was ill. Maybe he was the one looking after the mom, dad, sister. Maybe, we don't know. But we will find out one day. Maybe, yeah. This guy's one action, yeah, had broken everything. This guy's one selfish action had broken everything. We don't know. yeah, but in the mayhem of it, yeah, in the mayhem of it, yeah, this guy said this, yeah, and then he took what you call it, a seat, yeah, and he went and sat in his garden, yeah, he went and sat in his garden, and he had his beer, yeah, on his table, underneath, yeah, his plantain tree, and he was sipping it and chilling. My man was all packing the stuff, and shit was going through his head, and he became vulnerable. He became lost in his head, yeah. And get this, yeah. The evil side of him took hold, and he saw a machete. He saw a machete. He took the machete. He approached my man from behind, and he dismembered him. The story turns out that my man fought back. He was big. That made this guy go in even harder. Sad story. Evil story from both sides. In the end, he set fire to the body whilst he was still alive. He chopped him up, yeah, he cut him up, and then took fuel and put it on him and set fire to him. So his death came not from the chopping only, but as a result of the chopping and the fire. It must have felt like hell on earth. Must have felt like hell on earth. But watch this. This behavioral traits, yeah, this behavioral traits, yeah, is what, yeah, his bloodline has picked up from the bloodline I know. You see, watch this, yeah, one day I'm there. This time now, I used to chill with this son of his, yeah, I used to chill with him a lot, yeah, and he had a girlfriend, yeah, but I had never met this girl, and one day he came to me to see me, yeah. He had a beautiful car, an Audi TT, a totally black one, beautiful. I tell him, oh, get this, whose car is this, man? He tells me, oh, it's my girlfriend's. I'm like, Ray, you get me? And she wants me to have it. And I'm like, who's this girl, man? Who's this girl? Who's this girl, bruh? Yeah. It doesn't tell me much about the girl. Yeah. But after a while, yeah, he starts revealing to me about the girl. Yeah. And it turns out that he's met this girl, and get this. She's loaded. But she's not. Yeah, watch this. She's a hard worker. Yeah, she works. She's a secretary. She works for the NHS. Yeah, she herself is a hard worker. She's of Caribbean origin. Yeah, she's a hard worker. But where does she get her hard working thing from? From her mom and her dad. Yeah, you see, these two, yeah, worked hard all their lives, yeah, to make sure, yeah, that they had it all. But you see, these two, when they met, yeah, for I don't know, but for whatever reason, they were unable to have a kid. She's the only child. She's their only child. So they had their only child very late in life. So she's very young, but the mom, yeah, is very old. But get this, because she had her kid at a very late stage in life, you can see that's a beautiful, healthy woman, sexy, because she looked after herself. But get this, I'm not saying having a kid doesn't allow you to, but then she had a kid, yeah, and she looked after the kid, yeah. She looked after the kid, yeah, and she's grown out to be a beautiful girl. They live in a really expensive house, yeah, in a really, a house that if today the mom was to sell, yeah, they're nice. But not only that, the dad, who unfortunately has passed away, he had good investments, yeah. And my friend tells me, yeah, that get this. You see this girl, yeah? Physical cash at the time when this conversation is going on, physical cash that's in savings, yeah, to me is nothing, but to him, yeah, it's big, yeah. It's over 2 point something million. Yeah, physical cash that's in bonds and savings sat there, can't be lost. Over 2 million. Houses, not in this country alone, yeah, but houses in, I believe, some Caribbean peninsulas, yeah, that when you calculate their value would come up to about just maybe about 1 million, yeah. That's there. And then there's the house in England here where they live. Well, the area it's in, yeah, close to the college, yeah, close to public amenities, close to the tube station, yeah, not that far from the tube station on both sides, yeah. There's a tube station a bit further down, and there's a tube station not too far down this way. So 2 different tube stations. The bus link is very good, yeah. A big massive college right there, yeah. Access to town, city, London city, just there. Not only that, access to the outskirts, yeah. Going the other way, not very far. Listen, very good area, yeah. Close to, far from motorway, but close to motorway. So you don't have to go through the hustle and bustle of London if you're not, yeah, intending to actually go through London. Very good location, yeah. He took me there once, that's why, yeah. I know, yeah. I didn't go in, yeah, but from the outside, yeah, and from what I've seen of this woman, yeah, trust me, yeah, if it ain't stylish, and plus he's told me what it looks like inside, yeah, if it ain't stylish, she ain't having it. And anyway, to be able to buy that car for your daughter and you yourself be nice, yeah, and your daughter, you understand what I'm saying, is okay. You see this guy, yeah, remember, before all this, yeah, I'm hearing all this, I haven't met the girl, yeah. Then he tells me, yeah, one day he comes to me and she's calling him, and he sounds frustrated, but he's got her car. So I know she wanted it, but he didn't care, yeah. And then he sounds frustrated, so I'm like, what's going on? So anyway, is that this time I find out there's a problem, yeah, within the relationship, yeah. She's too much, this right, mom's too much, this, that. But worst of all, yeah, she's not actually the type of girl he likes, yeah. Why? He says, yeah, she's tiny, yeah, she's small and her fingers are tiny and this and that. I'm not lying to you, yeah, I'm not lying to you. And he goes, ugh, yeah. So I've gone to him, then leave her then, yeah. And he goes, are you mad? Are you mad? Bruv, all you have to do, yeah, is 2 things. Marry her and have a kid with her, yeah. The mom, you see the mom, she's not got long to go, he says. Because he tells me, listen, I've never physically met the mom, so how would I know all these things? She's been in my company loads of times, yeah? And she's never opened her mouth and told me any of these things about her life. She can testify to that. And if anything I'm saying is a lie, she can testify to that. But he tells me, yeah, that, yeah, the mom ain't got long to go. She's in her late or mid 60s, yeah, and going up. He believes she was older than that, actually, yeah, and yeah, he thinks, boom, and she's the only kid, yeah. Listen, he guarantees she is the only kid, meaning there is no argument as to where everything that he's told me, yeah, that the parents have worked so hard for, yeah, will go. So all he has to do is stick. But get this, you see, historical data, yeah, that's exactly how his dad does it. All he has to do is stick until she gets the money. And then he will say, "Oh, let's go to A Protectionist," and then you take it and run. Yeah, or you go, "Oh, don't worry, Rita, we'll be okay." You take a credit card and go and spend it. Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, rare. And then one day I remember it was me, yeah, my missus, my sister, him, yeah, and her. And this was a Ghana independence, yeah, freedom, yeah, freedom, Ghana independence, and we had decided that we were gonna go out together, yeah, and there's 5 of us. I got a humble car that takes 5 people. The problem, yeah, the area in which we're going for this club is called Trunksies, yeah, Trunksies, whatever, man. It's very popular. So the parking is very hard, and if we have 2 cars, it becomes a problem. So it was natural that we thought we were going to they were gonna drive to my house in their 2-seater beautiful car, and then they were gonna jump in and we were gonna go as one and park. Come and see this guy. Because he had planned on pulling up, because when they're together, he's the driver still, yeah, and he had planned on pulling up outside the club and just cruising past and just stopping and getting out, and he had planned on showing off in it. So this turned into one big. Listen, we just sat there like this. So I felt uncomfortable, and obviously the 2 girls, yeah, sis and my girlfriend, were uncomfortable as well. So I pulled them aside and I said, "Listen, bro, what's going on, man? Just chill, man. You get me? What she's saying is true. Rah this, rah that." But anyway, this guy was adamant. So in the end, yeah, I just kind of smiled at her and told her, "It's okay. You know what? We just go and we find parking spaces and we park in it." Yeah, and she smiled. Yeah, we jumped in the car. They drove. Yeah, we got there. I quickly found a parking space. Just like I said, it takes time for him to find parking space. Yeah, so we have to wait. Yeah, we have to wait. So what we did, I parked, and then she got out. Yeah, so she stood with the 2 girls. Yeah, and then I went over. Yeah, and then me and him found parking space. We parked it and we came. Yeah, we went to the club. Yeah, eventually we got in. We went and got our bowls because that's what he likes. You know what? Whenever I wanted, yeah, to do that kind of bullshit, he was the best person to do it with. The funny thing is, he's very stylish. Yeah, he's the type that will spend, let's say, £800, yeah, on a top. He could spend £800 on a jumper. Let's say you could see a jumper with Mickey Mouse in it, yeah, but it will be what was that, Iceberg, yeah, or Iceberg, that designer, and he's the type that he will take £500 and come back. So you will see him, yeah, like he could go out and buy chicken and chips, yeah, for £1, yeah, because he's that broke. But then he will take, yeah, you see the bag you get from the shop where you buy Iceberg, he would take that bag, yeah, and then he'll go around the corner, hide, I'm being honest with you, hide the chicken and chips in there, and now stroll through town like he's just been to the iceberg shop. He's that type. Yeah? So, get this, let me go back. One time, yeah, trusting this person, I gave him my keys to my house. Because at this time, the girl I'm with, yeah, she lives far. She lives in Manchester. So, one day she calls me. Yeah, I had no plans to go to Manchester because, get this, at this time, yeah, I work for a company, yeah, online company. And, the stock is kept at my house. They deliver stock to my house or to my friend's house, and then the storage is kept at my house. So I was expecting my friend to receive a delivery of some laptops, and then the laptops will come to my house. But when my girl called me, it was serious. Yeah, she wasn't feeling too well, and since this guy was down anyway, he had come down to visit me. I thought, perfect. I went and got a friend of mine, yeah, who, she's a girl, yeah, and she loves me, and she'll sleep with anyone. I won't sleep with her, but she'll sleep with anyone. And my cousin, yeah, has slept with her before anyway. So I said, oh, she keep her company, and left them there, and went. The delivery came, because the delivery was coming to that girl's house anyway. So it came to her house, she received it, she called him to come and get it off her, just like I said. Yeah, and then he plotted with her to keep it and say it never came, and then stole my credit card and everything in my house and left. So when I came back, I called my company, and my company said, oh, we delivered it, it's been accepted, but now you're telling us this. Okay, don't worry. So I went to the girls and I said, don't be stupid. Yeah, don't be stupid, don't get me mad. And the girl just said, I don't want to get involved, I don't want to get involved. And I said, okay, that's all I need to hear. Boom. So I called him up, yeah, and I went, yo, I want my shit back. Yeah, eventually he confessed, yeah, and then said he'll return it, but he never did. Yeah, long story short, yeah, forget that, innit? Yeah, boom things. I forgave him for that. Yeah, I should have known straight away, yeah, that this guy's not good for me. I forgave him for that. Yeah. And then get this, one time he asked me for a favor. I have a house, yeah, flat. And then him and his friends, they normally come from London to come, to the place where I live, to, chill and do things and do their thing. But they never had a place to sleep. Get this time now, yeah, me, my computing business and my delivery business is nice. But I didn't want to take, work home. So I had a place that me and my missus were chilling, that we're living. And then I had a place which I used as a computer storage place where we did our deliveries. So I thought you could sleep here with your boys when you come. But I don't want you bringing your bullshit here. Yeah? Boom. But anyway, forgetting that, yeah, it ended up biting me in the butt. But what made it worse is I trusted this guy. Yeah? I trusted this guy, yeah, and the funny thing is, yeah, she knows about it. This girl knows about it, and I'm saying the story, yeah, to make her understand the gravity, yeah, of the warning I'm giving her, yeah, because I trusted this guy, yeah, even though at this time, allowing him, yeah, to live in my house, yeah, had bitten me. And I was suffering as a result of that, as a result of what him and his boys had come and done in my house, yeah. I was still, for some reason, yeah, chilling with this guy. Because I had it in my heart that even though his actions had costed me, I was still thinking that he didn't mean to. Yeah, he didn't mean to. But then one day, listen carefully to this, yeah. One day, yeah, this guy, yeah, walked me, yeah, into my death. Listen carefully to me, yeah. I found myself, yeah, 18 hours, yeah, facing death. Listen, one day, yeah, I went to London and I met up with a friend of mine. And then I met up with this guy as well. The friend of mine I met up with, I really loved him. But for some reason, whenever I'm with him, yeah, he doesn't, and whenever I'm with him and he meets this one, he doesn't like this one. And then this one doesn't like my friend neither. But I couldn't understand why. My friend kept telling me, he said, that boy is your family member. I said, yeah. He said, just be careful. And I'm like, just allow it. And then he would tell me, that guy is your friend. Just be careful. So I thought, you know what? They're both lying about each other, so I ignored it. But on this day, I picked them up, yeah? And I'm hanging with them, but this one keeps telling me in my ear, yeah, let's drop this one off, man. Yeah? And get this, I'm thinking, yeah, not to be on his side or anything, but I'm leaving soon anyway, because I have to go back to where I'm from. But get this, to go back, I'm closer to this one's place than the other one. So let's go and drop him off. And then I come back this way and then drop you off and go. When we dropped this guy off on our way back here, he said, you know what? All this time I've been with him, yeah, he's been on the phone. He's been texting and talking on the phone. Yeah? But very abrasive in terms of the fact that we're hanging. But the minute we dropped this guy off, he said, take me here quickly, because the area I took him to drop this guy off, his friend lives there. And I know this friend because they come to Portsmouth together. Those are the guys including him, I gave the place to sleep at. Cool. So, I said, cool. And anyway, I know that guy. Yeah, and I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, his name is Biggs. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. So it'd be good to see him. Yeah, boom, let's go and see him. Yeah, I had no problems with these guys. Yeah. So we got downstairs. He gave them a text. The Biggs guy came downstairs from his flat, came and met us downstairs. And Biggs was like, you know what? You're here. You know what? You might as well come upstairs and say hello to my mom. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? You might as well come upstairs and say hello to my mom because you're here. And he knows me. He knows how I'm family orientated. Like the first time I met him on road with his son, he realized how, you understand what I'm saying, all my concentration went into his son. And from that day, that's when I loved him, knowing he had a child and knowing he's a dad, because he was walking around with just him and his son. He was suffering, but he was doing it. He's fat. His name ain't Biggs for anything else. Not because he's a rich man, a big man like that. He's fat. Yeah? So get this now, yeah? I said, yeah, why not? I don't want to be rude. I said, cool. So I jumped out of the car, locked the car, went upstairs. Understand this, yeah? When I walked in, I don't know what happened, innit? But if you're going into someone's house, the person lets you in. So he went upstairs. We followed behind. I'm the third. He opened the door and then he stepped aside. And then my boy went in ahead of me. And then he told me to follow. So I followed. It's his house, innit? And anyway, he has to close the door behind us. So I followed. My boy knew where the living room was. So he walked straight. Yeah? To the living room. He went straight right into the living room. I followed. You see, as I'm walking through the house, yeah, I'm thinking, what's wrong here? He's talking about coming to see his mom. I've walked in, Ghanaian mom. There's no music, there's no church music, there's nothing. But there's no signs of the mom. And the kitchen looks bare. But anyway, you know what? I'm studying these things, but I'm not really, you understand what I'm saying? But then I walk in behind him. But then as he enters the doorway, he steps to the side. Yeah? Right at the edge. And I don't quite walk in because I'm thinking, why have you stopped here? But then I felt a heavy presence behind me. As I went to turn around, yeah, all I saw was a hammer. That's all I saw, a hammer. Biggs had a hammer in his hand, and the trajectory of the hammer was heading towards my skull. I quickly dodged, so it got me on my skull, but not where he had intended to get me. Oh, next thing I realized, I'm on the floor. And that's when I realized, hold on, because I've now pushed myself into the living room. I've now pushed myself into the living room. And that's when I realized I'm in for one. Because I was ready to fuck these two up. I was ready to fuck these two up. Literally, I was ready to commit, manslaughter. I was ready, to fuck them up, literally kill them, and then claim that they brought me here to kill me and I defended myself. But when I entered the living room, to my amazement, there's about 10 guys already sat there waiting for me. Sorry, they weren't sat there. They had been stood, in the corners of the room. So they were waiting for me to walk in. But then the thing started in the corridor. So when I'd run in there myself to get space to stand my ground, next thing I knew, someone literally grabbed me by my 2 feet because the person was already on the ground and pulled me. Found myself tumbling on the ground. Boots in my head, Timberlands. Wagwan. Boots in my head, Timberlands. Boom, boom, boom. Listen. Kick in, boom. Listen, one guy thought it was WWF. Do you know what this guy done? He went back to the wall, told them to step out of the way, literally run forward, and came elbow in the air. Boom! I couldn't fight back. Fighting back would have meant death. This went on for a good 30 minutes. No questions asked. I didn't even know, what I had done at this moment, to be in that situation. I didn't know what I had done to be in that situation. He was stood there. Eventually, they stopped beating me. But they explained to me that was to make me understand, that they're not joking. This when the knives were pulled out. This when the gun was pulled out. Little pistol was pulled out. Listen, I was gun butted so many times, it got to the point I forgot who I was. That's when the plastic bag was pulled out. They wrapped the plastic bag around my head, and tied it at the base of my neck, to the point where all the oxygen was sucked out and all that remained, was carbon dioxide. To the point where I then took in all the carbon dioxide till the plastic was stuck to my whole face and my nose, till I couldn't breathe, and then they let it go. They put the rope around my neck, and pulled it so hard, until, my choking went silent, and then let it go. All this, was to make me understand that this ain't a joke. They got a blowtorch, they lit it, They burnt the sole of my feet, both sides. They stripped me naked, by the way, stripped me naked. They burned the soles of my feet, both sides, so I couldn't even attempt to comfortably run. They got the iron, they heated it, They put the iron on my thigh, The base of the iron is imprinted on my thigh. They done that to show me that they're not joking, They got the blowtorch, They burned the inside of my thigh, They burnt the inside of my thigh. They did this to show me they're not joking. They got the blowtorch. They burnt, the outer layer of my skin on my shoulder blade, on my left shoulder. They did this to make me understand We're not joking. They used the fire extinguisher to clump me in the head so hard, so many times, yeah, that my head split, yeah. They did this to show me they were not joking. Why? I had opened my mouth. Yeah, listen very carefully. I had opened my mouth, yeah, and told this guy, and told this guy that I had somehow, yeah, my business had paid off and I'm looking good, yeah, and I think, yeah, I'm almost close. Listen, that I'm almost close to achieving, yeah, the amount I wanted, yeah, so I can get a deposit to put down for a mortgage for my expectant child and my missus. And I was excited, and I said, I think I'm there. He asked me, how much? I told him. This is a guy who sits around millions of pounds. So what did I have to fear? I told him. And at this time, me and him already had a little, well, not me and him, me and the crew, yeah? We didn't have a problem, but there was a problem, yeah? And I had assured them that it wasn't a problem, that they had no worries about that. That, I had taken it, yeah? That, listen, I wasn't going to be foolish about that. That was separate from everything, yeah? They knew that. But he had gone and told these guys, yeah, that I had this. And they plotted. Yeah, they plotted. Listen, I'm trying to show you, yeah, the pot upon which you're sat, yeah, and they plotted. So on this day, I had been in Portsmouth, relaxing, doing my thing with my missus. He called me up, yeah, told me, you need to come and show us something, man. Come and show me something. Yeah, I thought, you know what? Let me kill two birds with one stone. I had something I needed to do in London anyway, so let me go and do it. So I went, not realizing that there was a plot. You see, in the end, yeah, this boy took these killers, yeah, whilst they had me locked up, yeah, in this house, yeah, limping to death, yeah. He then put them in my car, yeah, and drove my car back to my house, almost 100 miles away, yeah. And then went to my pregnant missus, yeah, stood in front of her and said hello to her and spoke to her normal with the killers behind him. But no threats, yeah. But all along while he was talking to her, yeah, and telling her, oh, I came to see you because since you got pregnant, I haven't come to see you, and I'm around the area, so I came to say hello. There's a phone to my ear. There's a phone to my ear, so I can hear this. So at this time, they had been beating me up for almost 10 hours, demanding, yeah, my son's pot. And I had been refusing to give them my son's pot. So they had now, he also knew, yeah, I had also told him stupidly some of the people that I do business with, yeah. So this time they had my phone. And he knew the names. So he got them to go through my phone, call these people, put the phone to my ear, put the gun to my head, yeah, put the knife to my side, yeah, and try to get me to trick these people into somehow meeting me with either products or money. Yeah, but as life will have it, yeah, these people knew me very well, and this was the biggest mistake this cunt made. Yeah, these people knew me very, very well, and these people knew that there is no way even if he owed me money, he was also aware. Listen, he was also aware that there was a gentleman that owed me quite a substantial amount of money for a business delivery that had dropped. And we had actually sold it to a Nigerian guy who took all of it and shipped it to Nigeria, laptops and things like that. And the guy had paid the money to my guy, and my share was there, well over 10,000. Yeah, I'm being honest. Yeah. So watch this. He was fully aware that I had come to London. Listen, I had come to London to try and get this money, but because I hadn't called the guy, he wasn't around. So now, yeah, he was forcing me, yeah, to create an emergency to make the guy feel the need, yeah, to bring the money. So I did. Yeah, I did. I told the guy, bro, when was the last time I stood over you for money? I've never stood over you for money. Yeah, I've never even asked you this money. The funny thing is, yeah, the guy paid it to you how long ago? It's been over 2 weeks. But I was meant to come and grab the money. But I kept telling him, yeah, I'll come, because I trust him. I'll come. Yeah. And then get this. That day, I was gonna kill two birds with one stone. That's what I meant. Go and check these guys out with him, drop him, and then go and grab the money and then leave. So had he waited for me to grab the money, he would have had it. But they grabbed me and then tried to get me to get the guy to give me the money. But by the time we called the guy, yeah, it was around 10. They grabbed me around 6 in the evening or 5 in the evening, yeah? And around 10 in the evening at night, that's when he's got me on the phone, yeah, demanding debt. Yeah? And the guy initially, he asked me, are you okay? And I went, of course. And that gave him a hint that there's something wrong with me. So the first thing he done, I got a friend of mine, yeah, and that's how I know this guy, yeah, this guy that owes me the money. That's how I know him. I got a sister, yeah, and one day I went to visit my sister, yeah, and then when I went there with this guy, with my cousin, yeah, I went there with him. When we got there, yeah, there was a guy, yeah, a Ghanaian guy at my sister's house. So we all got on, yeah, and since he knows my sister, you see, this sister of mine, I really trust her. So since he knows her, we got on. But then get this, it so happens that these two already know each other. So the hate started from that day. Well, not started from that day, but the minute I got to know them, they were warning me of each other. They were warning me, yeah, of each other. You see what I mean? So it was him who owed me the money. So he called her and said, listen, I think there's something wrong with Kojo. I'm not sure. But he just called me like this right night here, yeah? And it's not like Kojo, yeah? If Kojo wants something from me, yeah, he will tell me maybe a day or two before, and we will arrange it, yeah? And he'll come and I'll give his money to him. And this time now, what has he done? He's called me at 10, insisting, and even where he's telling me to meet him and this and that is bullshit. So I switched my phone off. That's exactly what he did. He switched his phone off. But then he used his other phone to call her. And then she went, okay, I'm not sure what's going on. But boom, she had my missus's number. Yeah? So she then called my missus. And then said to my missus, where's Kojo? And then my missus said, he's gone to London. And in fact, his friend has come here now. Yeah, but get this. You see, by this time, do you know what happened? Yeah, when they went in front of her, yeah, and I could hear, her voice on the phone. I begged them, to step away from her. They did, and she closed the door without realizing what was going on. And then I told them, please, let me speak to her, yeah? You can hear what I'm going to say. I'm not going to lie to her. I'm not going to tell her to do anything strange. I'm going to tell her, to go exactly where the bag is, yeah? That's all I'm going to say. And I'll tell her to grab the bag and bring you the bag, yeah? But everything I have is in one bag. But please, don't go in the house. Don't let her think anything's going on. Whatever story I'm going to give her, she will believe it, yeah? And they went, okay. So I told them, call her. So then they called her again. Yeah. And I said, oh, get this. My love. My friend has just called me and told me that he's actually in gospel. So I'm in London. I know I told you I'm coming back, but I've seen an investment I want to invest. So babes, you see that green bag, that soldier bag, that beautiful bag, yeah? Where I keep everything, yeah? Don't worry about it, yeah? This investment, yeah, will pay back. It will pay back, yeah? Don't worry about it. Pick up that whole bag, give it to my cousin. He's bringing it. She went, are you sure? Because she didn't trust this guy. I went, yes, I'm sure. Yeah? Please, I love you, come on. Yeah? I have to go. Yeah? And I put the phone down. I had to do it that way. Yeah? Because these are some of the normal things I do. She might call me and I'm busy doing something. I'll speak to her and everything. But then I'll say, okay, I have to go. And she understood. So I had to keep it that way. Yeah? In no time, they went back, knocked on the door. Yeah? Thank God Tali didn't wake up. It could have been another story. Yeah? They went back. She took they knocked. She had the bag ready. She gave it to them. Yeah? She gave it to them fine. Yeah? Everything. Yeah? Believe you me, yeah? There was enough there for us to have a comfortable mortgage, yeah? And for the next 3 months, yeah? For the next 3 years, not have to worry about rent and things like that. I was ready to step on the ladder. Yeah? So they took that. And then they weren't satisfied with that. And they wanted more. So that's when they called me to call this guy. They wanted more. And then they got me to call my other Chinese guy, Tony, and other guys, yeah? But get this. The way I spoke to these guys, my mannerism, yeah? It didn't sit right with them. So they all simply went, you know what? We'll see you tomorrow, man. Yeah? We'll see you tomorrow. Even those that owed me money felt comfortable enough to say, you know what? You're being silly. Look at the time. And you're in London, and you know I'm not even in London. And they put the phone down. But this one guy, yeah, decided to investigate. Yeah? So he called her, she called my missus. My missus said, no, I'm in London, but my friend has just come here and collected my bag and they've gone. She said, okay, cool. She then put the phone down and called my friend. Yeah? And called my friend. Told my friend, yeah? My friend immediately told her, yeah? Call his missus back and tell her, yeah, to keep herself safe and make sure everything's all right, but not to let them back if they come back, yeah? But don't tell her you're in trouble. Sorry. Kojo's in trouble, yeah? There's something wrong, yeah? So get this. He didn't quite know what to do, but he knew, yeah, his next action, yeah, my life depended on it, yeah? Because if there was a hint, yeah, that too many people knew, yeah, my life could be a risk. If there was a hint, yeah, my life could be a risk. He didn't know what to do. So he kept his phone switched off. And yeah, basically it's not my fault. They know I had done everything, yeah, that they wanted me to do. They knew. So they waited for us, yeah, to call him in the morning and the phone to come on. So they were waiting. I was sat in the corner in my own piss, yeah, all night, yeah. They kept talking to him and he kept telling them, yeah, more information. Yeah, there's money here, or there's this there, or even this guy, or that guy, or this guy. He kept telling them, yeah, and I kept getting beaten for it. Eventually, in the morning, yeah, they started calling him. The phone was back on, but he's not answering. They're calling, he's not answering. And then eventually, one of their private phones, listen carefully, one of their own private phones started ringing. Yeah? And when the person picked it up, yeah, it was Biggs. His face sunk straight away. His face sunk straight away. I couldn't hear what the person was telling him, but I could hear what he was telling the person. Yo, I didn't know, cuz. I didn't know. Yeah? It was my good friend who's more like a family member to me. Basically, the guy, when he found out, called my good friend who's more like a brother to me, yeah? Who also knew, yeah? Because he knew that if this cunt was gonna do something to me, yeah? This cunt, yeah, would call on certain people. But he knew that the dickheads he would call on, he roughly knew who they were. So when he realized, yeah, what the situation was, he straight away figured out that I'm definitely in the hands of these people. So he called them. Yeah, he called them. No, sorry, he called my cousin. Yeah, and then my cousin figured out who it was, so directly called the person's phone and said, "You need to let him go." But they didn't know what to do. Yeah, because they were still waiting for money. But then you see my cousin that called now, he's got another brother. Yeah, he's called Blacker. You see, Blacker, he's not peaceful and he loves me. Yeah, Blacker's not his name. Yeah, but when you see him, you'll see why. He's not peaceful and he loves me. And when he finds out, he calls the guy that walked me into the trap, this girl's current baby dad, yeah? He called his phone and said, you see you. Let him out regardless, yeah? When he comes out, only he is going to tell if you are going to live or die. Yeah? But I just broke my hand. I slapped a mosquito so hard I broke my hand. I didn't watch it. Yeah. So get this. Now, yeah, it's turned from one second. Oh. Yeah, so get this time now, yeah. It's morning, it's around, let's say 10, yeah, and they're getting bare phone calls. So this time now, Blacker has gone and got one of his other guys, and Blacker hates this guy that walked me into the thing anyway. Blacker hates this guy to bits. Not even for this reason, not for any other reason. Blacker just doesn't like this guy. So this time he says to this guy, you see you, You see how you've walked into my trap now? You see how you've walked into it? Watch till he comes out. Because get this, two things are gonna happen, yeah? You can't do shit to him. Yeah? If you kill him, the police know. Yeah, because his girl knows. Yeah? She doesn't know yet what's happened, but yeah, so you can't kill him. Yeah? And if he comes out, yeah, only he is going to say if he wants you dead or alive. Yeah? Oh, these people started. What are you gonna do? I'm just sat there quiet. So I beat me. Eventually, yeah, come about 12 o'clock, they decide what they're going to do because they're scared because Blacker's threatening that he's gonna come. Because he knows where the house is. He knows where they're keeping me, and they can't move me. They can't move me out of the house. Why? Because Blacker already knows, and Blacker's got people in that area, in that neighborhood, already posted, watching. And he's also got his thing. So now they got their thing, yeah, and they're threatening. And I'm like, I'm quiet, I'm just sat there. So eventually, anyway, it ends up like this. That they don't want Blacker because he's saying, listen, I'm coming there. Yeah, I'm coming there. If you wanna blow, I'm coming. Yeah? And they're like, nah, don't come here. Let's meet somewhere and we meet there. Yeah? So they agree, yeah, that we're going to meet. Yeah, they're going to deliver me to Blacker at a particular car park. So they got me to get ready, wipe my face, clean up and everything, yeah, using my own clothes as, nursing aids, yeah. Alright, cool. But get this, we get downstairs to my car, yeah, and they get scared. They get scared and they're thinking, nah, you see Blacker, yeah, nah, man, you get me? Like, whatever, yeah, he's still pissed off that we've done this to his family member, so this could end up somewhere. So immediately, yeah, they all turn around, yeah, go back upstairs and run. So I'm left in the car by myself, yeah. Listen, at this time I'm shaking, not scared shaking, but mad angry shaking. I put the they even took my bank cards and went and rinsed it. Yeah, took whatever they could get out of it. Yeah, I put the key in the ignition, I turned it on, yeah. I started driving because get this, they were taking long, so Blacker had left the car park where the agreement was and was on his way to the house, yeah, with his boy in the car. So they saw my car, but this time now I'd done such a sharp turn, I'd gone over the pavement, yeah, and blew my tire. My tire blew, boom. So they came, yeah, and it was good, yeah. It was Nanenya me who blew the tires. I'll tell you why. Blacker was so angry, yeah. He got there, yeah, and I was stood next to the car, next to the tire. He got there and immediately he went to the back of the car. Yeah, got his things out, and then we started trying to change the wheel. Yeah, but then we realized, yeah, that get this, I don't have a spare tire in the car. Yeah, I want you to listen. So this caused a delay. But then get this, we decided, yeah, that we're going to drive the car, yeah, to a local mechanic around the corner, get the tires fixed. But this time now, yeah, listen, I'm calm, but I know what's about to happen. Yeah, we're going back. Yeah, just listen. We're going back. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, we're going back. So this time, we realized we can't fix the car. So Blacker tells me, okay, follow me, yeah. But then get this, listen. This guy, yeah, he's finished. I said, don't worry, chill, yeah. Give me the thing, yeah. Give me the thing, because I knew he'll bring it, and I knew he had it, yeah. So I took it, I stuffed it, yeah. I sat in the back of the wheel, yeah. I started moving, yeah. I started moving the car, but remember, one wheel's fucked. So I'm following him, boom, 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 boom. I got a piece of me, yeah. I'm following, boom, boom. But listen, my face, yeah, is twisted, yeah. My face is twisted. One of my eyes is practically closed. My feet, yeah, it's so bloody. Even though I'm wearing shoes, yeah, Like, it's hurting me, innit? But this time now, I'm not even bothered, yeah? We get to the mechanic, yeah? I look at the mechanics, yeah? And they look at me like, what the fuck? Yeah? My boys are parked up the road, yeah? And I paid them, sorry, I don't have money. So my boy borrows me money, lends me money, yeah? And we pay the mechanic and they fix the tires, yeah? Listen, the minute they fix the tires, yeah, and we're ready to go, yeah,
just like flush it. Yeah.
I looked at the thing, yeah. I went in the car. I pulled out the thing. I looked at it, yeah.
Because if it's like, what if it's like on the floor, like, you know what I'm saying?
Safety was on.
Well, what would we do with it? That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys would come and like, if anything, you know.
Safety was actually on. It was a proper thing, yeah. Safety was on. Fully loaded. Safety was on.
Like at this stage, like every day, whatever happens.
They had moved the car because we were ready to go. We were going. Yeah, they had moved their car and they started moving.
You know, like don't call.
And they looked. They looked in their rear view and they realized I'm stood still. Yeah, and they pulled over. That's when I pulled up. Yeah, and I pulled up behind them.
Okay.
And then they said, "Let's go." And that's when I kind of gestured, yeah, to Blacker, Disney Blacker, come. So he came over. And I said, listen, you see my missus? Yeah, she's pregnant. This is I know. That's why they need to pay for this. This me, yeah, that's why they're going to pay for this. But watch this. She doesn't know that any of this has happened. Yeah. And I don't actually know, yeah, if she's okay. Yeah. And I need to be treated for all this. Not only that, listen, I know I can blow them today, yeah, and actually walk out in court as an innocent person. I know. I'll just be charged with handling a weapon. I know. But you know what? What I've managed to save, yeah, which is no harm coming to my missus and my son, yeah, it means more. I need to go home to them, innit? So I love you, yeah. Thank you for this. The time will come for this. The time will come. But this is not the time. They were disappointed. And even I was disappointed. Because get this. I'm telling you, yeah. I knew they weren't going to be in that house. I knew they weren't stupid. But get this. The guy that was with Blacker, yeah, he knows every spot they be at. And he doesn't like them. Because these are all people that roll in the same area and know each other. And now they've just gone and touched the one person, yeah, that's linked to them. So this was going to be a reason, yeah, to go to war. I didn't want to be the reason. I didn't want to become a reason in the war that was already tearing London apart. But I knew that if that war had started, yeah, in the end, no one would even know why. On my way home, yeah, the sun, yeah, was, it was the evening sun. It was orange, full of life. Orange sun, morning or evening. It's full of vitamins. It's full of laminin. Yeah. Listen, my music was loud. And I looked at no one. I just looked straight, both hands on the wheel. And I just kept going. Sometimes when I get to traffic lights, yeah, listen, people pull up next to me and look at me, yeah, and just turn around and look straight. I didn't care. I was crying. Everyone knew there was something wrong with me. I got to I got to another area, yeah, where it was a crowded area. Get this, a police car, yeah, pulled up next to me. The guy looked, yeah, and then he didn't see, he saw something, but then looked back, and then quickly looked back. And I think he thought to himself, yeah, nah, he ain't committing a crime, and he's going his separate way. He knew it would be long paperwork. Look at his face. And he just kept looking straight. I rolled all the way back home. I didn't go to the police. I went to the hospital the next day or 2 days later. I didn't even want to go to the hospital because I knew when I get to the hospital, they would want to know and they will call the police. And in the end, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I was persuaded to go to the hospital. I went to the hospital. They said they had no choice. They called the police. The police came, took pictures, interviewed me. Yeah, I told them what I could tell them because I still had people to protect. Confessions. If you say you love your neighbor as you love thyself, if you find that your neighbor could be, in danger, it becomes your duty, to reveal. But if you can support your revelations with evidence, with evidence and with things that makes you, or your words, not just any words, then do. Then the onus, then the onus is off you. So you see now, whatever guilt I had in me, over knowing what this girl is sat upon, it's gone. It's gone because I've got it off my chest. And when it gets into her ear, it will truly be gone. But whether she chooses to listen to it or not, it doesn't bother me. Because I have done the human thing. This girl is not poor. She doesn't need money from me. This girl is not heartbroken. She doesn't need a heart to be fixed by me. This girl doesn't need anything from me. For me to treat her like I love her, like I love myself, it will be to warn her of the dangers. Now, I'm not saying, that people can change, innit? People can change, innit? People can change. But you know what, You know what? You see, experience. This is what people do not understand. Knowledge. You see, knowledge. Knowledge in the dictionary tells you the truth about experience. It says, to acquire knowledge, you have to go through experience or education. So when you are educated, it doesn't mean you have knowledge, because when you are not educated, your experience is also knowledge. So if I was reading from a textbook and saying that's why you're in danger, that would be me using education to prove to you you're in danger. But if I'm using what I've seen, what I've experienced, what I've lived, my truth, to also do the same thing, that is experience talking. But knowledge says, that is actually the first one I prefer, because the dictionary says experience or education. Why? Education starts at some point. Experience starts at the point of your origin. Someone teaches you how to educate or how to be educated, but no one taught you how to suck your thumb. But it's your sucking your thumb that taught you how to suck the breast. But no one taught you both. So experience, keeps teaching you. makes diamonds. When you're under pressure, the best out of you comes out. That's what does. Imagine this here. You see me? I have many friends. Yeah. I have many friends. Yeah. And when this guy was around me, yeah, I kept taking them to my friends' houses. Yeah. But listen, like I had girls, yeah. They're not my girlfriends, and we're not doing anything. We're just friends. And I could go around and chill around, yeah, for ages and talk. So sometimes, yeah, say my friend came from London, yeah, and I knew that some of my friends, yeah, they were a bit horny, innit? So then if my friends came from London, yeah, I could come to see my friend and bring a friend, yeah. So there was a situation once, yeah, where I knew a friend of mine whom I didn't really want to sleep with, but she was beautiful though. But the way I had met her, yeah, was I had met her because I loved her for something way totally different, and we had become friends, yeah. We had become friends. So this time now, yeah, she knew we were friends, and that was it. So get this, I sleep with her friends though, just not her. But get this, when this guy came round, I thought, you know what? You're actually her type. Yeah? You're actually the kind of guy, yeah, she'll go for. Yeah? Okay, so let's go. Yeah? So we went round. But he ended up not being her type. So I made a wrong judgment. But get this. Where she trusts me, yeah, and me being stupid, where you trust me and I trust someone else, I didn't watch every move of his, innit? So 2 days later, I'm at home and I get a phone call, yeah, saying, oh, but get this, she tells me, yeah, I think your cousin stole my grandma's watch, and it's an heirloom, meaning is really not an expensive thing, but it means a lot. Yeah. So it's not about the price. It's about its spiritual value, I guess. Yeah. And a few other things have gone missing. I couldn't believe it. I asked him, he said no, he ain't got it. But the minute we got home, yeah, because we were out when she called me 2 days later and he was still with me. So the minute we got home, yeah, I got his suitcase out because he'd come to visit me. I got his suitcase out and tossed his things and found them. Not all of them. He'd pawned some already. Yeah? Me being stupid again, I carried on chilling with him. And I introduced him to another friend of mine. Yeah? Listen, he took her money, yeah, as in he took her card and went and spent the money on it. But she was stupid. She didn't tell me. Yeah? She didn't tell me. I'm with my friend, innit? I introduced my friend to my friend. My friend then goes behind my back, yeah, and starts a relationship with this guy without telling me. But the guy told her not to tell me. Yeah? So she didn't. Next thing, she's come telling me he owes me money. How does he owe you money? I went to see him in London. Oh God. Bad stories. Every girl. Knowledge. Experience. My name is Kojo. I have been visiting the soul of Yao and Ya, confrontational and aggressive. And today, this is what they want to talk about. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Good morning and good night.
I'll be giving the time of day this time around.
Dappy. Yao.
You say you wanna love me, say I'm just a fake. Say I'm just another one that never had your back. Do you feel my presence? Maybe I should go. Maybe I'm another that you need to let go. See, one day if you let me, I will try and mend this broken part. Yeah, my heart will save us, 'cause I'm never giving up on us. So if you love me, shouldn't care if I made mistakes. And if you need me, should've never pushed me away. It's like you've been waiting on a different me. You say you could get better, but you never see. 'Cause I see the beautiful me. So when it comes down to it, I'll always have love for you, love for you. When it comes down to it, I'll always have love for you, love for you. They say that I'm a liar, 'cause I'm from your state. What you say behind my back, you know I say it to your face. I wish we could let bygones be bygones. And so what if I'm wrong for you? I swear I'll catch another case. So if you love me, shouldn't care if I made mistakes. And if you need me, should've never pushed me away. It's like you've been waiting on a different me. You say you could get better, but you never see. 'Cause I see the beautiful in me. So when it comes down to it, I'll always have love for you, love for you. When it comes down to it, I'll always have love for you, love for you. Yeah. I want to put around money, so I didn't know how to treat it. I helped everyone around me and spanked it all just when I needed it. I made a man was splashed it, did it all again. This time round, can't even trust myself, let alone my friends. If I'm the man, why they don't play me no more? That can't be fair, right? Well, just don't get it, 'cause I'm on their side. I wish they wore these snacks, took a hike to see what it's like in my spare time, and then come back and tell me I deserve to lose all my airtime. So don't be waiting on a different me. You never say, 'cause I see the beautiful in me. So when it comes down to it, I'll always have love for you, love for you. When it comes down to it, I'll always have love for you, love for you. It's like you've been waiting on a different me. You say you could get better, but you never see. 'Cause I see the beautiful in me. So when it comes down to it, I'll always have love for you, love for you. When it comes down to it, I'll always have love for you, love for you. Fuck, I'm bleeding from the heart.
Fuck, you're bleeding from the heart, mate. So imagine this, yeah. I took my time, yeah. During this time, I took my time and I plotted, yeah, how I'm gonna get each and every single one of them back. I've actually got my blueprint written down, yeah. And believe you me, I would have been successful. But then, you know what? Something happened, yeah. And I realized that, hold on. Nah, I've got better things to look forward to. So one day, a friend of mine calls me. His name is Manny. And he tells me, yeah, that he's got a party he needs to go to. It's his younger brother's son's name, and he's the godfather. So he needs me to help him go and buy a shirt. And I suggest, because it was funny he should be asking me that, because the night before, I have a vision, yeah? And in the vision, all I could see was cotton, white cotton. So I told him straight away that it's funny he should be asking me this, but I had a vision, yeah, that cotton. So the shirt he used to buy is to be pure cotton and white. He said, yeah, he likes the idea. But my friend Emmanuel, he's tiny, yeah. So when we went to the shop, yeah, we found the only one top left that is 100% cotton, that is white and is beautiful, but it's large. And the guy went to look for the small one, but he couldn't find it, so we couldn't buy it. But I was holding this top like I wish I could just make a change into it, because I had a feeling, yeah. But anyway, we couldn't. We left. On our way, this was in Stratford, so we came out from the shopping center and we went through the precinct. We got to McDonald's and we turned the corner left, yeah, to go in front of Pizza Hut. When I got to the corner, yeah, immediately, yeah, I broke. Yeah, I started crying straight away, yeah. I bust my jacket open, yeah. I started busting my jacket off, yeah. And all I kept saying was, Biggs, put your hands up, bruv. Put your hands up, bruv. Put your hands up, bruv. Bruv, put your hands up. Yeah? Nah, I just kept coming. My boy Manny, knowing what's happened, but doesn't know who done it, yeah? Because I'm not like that. I keep it to myself, yeah? Doesn't know why me and him are walking and I've met a random stranger and I'm going mad, yeah? And this stranger just stood there, not acting, not doing anything, just stood there. I eventually calmed down, yeah? Something just, listen, I recorded that day, innit, yeah? So you're going to hear the full story, yeah? It's called I Just Met Biggs, yeah? Cool. Anyway, in the end, yeah, I calmed down. I said, you see you, yeah? I want to tell you one thing, just one thing, yeah? When he introduced you to me, yeah, he said to me that you're his cousin. And then when he introduced me to you, he said to you that I'm his cousin. Therefore, immediately, I started calling you my cousin. Remember that? He said, yeah. And this me. So ignore that for a minute, yeah? He got you, his cousin, yeah, to do this to me, his cousin. So one day, don't you think he will get me, his cousin, to do this to you, his cousin? And he said, you know what? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't even know where I'm going with that. I don't even know what I was thinking. But this is something they used to do. This is something they do. Yeah, but now he's caught out on his own. His boys are not there. Yeah, and man's ready. So anyway, yeah, I told him, you know what, get this, yeah. I found peace. I found my peace. And you see what you took? It's nothing. How easy I made that, I'll make it again. But I said, you see you, I forgive you. Yeah, God be with you. Yeah, I forgive you. That was in November. Yeah, I believe 2017. Is it? No, November 2016. Yeah. You see, December 2016. Yeah, he died. He slept and he never woke up again. Yeah, that's life. All our wickedness. Yeah. If we're not careful, eventually, yeah. You see, when he died alone. All his boys, they came to his funeral and made it look like they loved him to bits. But you see, this guy, he was dying. He was asthmatic. But he was fat. So his friends, they indulged him and called him Biggs. Big boy. But no one told him, yeah, Biggs, man, come. Some of them were muscular. Yeah? Some of them go to gym. Healthy stock. None of them went, nah, bruv. You're my boy and I love you, yeah? And I know you got asthma, but there are ways for asthmatic people to train. You understand what I'm saying? You're not following me around like this. Yeah? And I'm not leaving you like this, innit? You're getting healthy. You're living longer to be my friend. None of them said that. They watched him die. Blinded by the flame, distracted by the lights. Always in the room thinking that I'm right. Lost in my thoughts, feeling useless, trying to justify my actions with excuses. That's the story of my life, that's for those who really care if I'm doing well. I have found happiness within myself. Why it's like all this shit needed to happen just so I could finally come out my shell. Just get me out of this darkness, let me enjoy the limelight. Wish there was still a place that I can call my home. Staring at my reflection through the cracks in the mirror. I'm no longer the man that you used to know. My blood is dripping and my words written in stone. They can try to crush me, but they'll never crush my soul. Get me out of this darkness, give me back the spark.
That's all I know.
See a lot. So I hate when I talk to my boy from Penn and he acts like cuz you forgotten me. Boy, I ain't got time to shit, let alone come check you blood. What? You know I got property. No. I got property. Right now I'm in Europe, fucking up shit more than the economy. So when you land, you know I got you properly. I bring my people through with everything I do. You repping me, I fuck with you.
Let me tell you how you control someone. Yeah? You control someone by putting your burden on top of that person. And you see, in America, in England, in Ghana, in South Africa, around the world, this is how the gang works. The gang leader, yeah, or the ones that make the most profit, they put their burdens, because making money comes with burden, yeah? But they find a way to put their burden on other people. And the best system that was created was the no snitching, yeah? No snitching law. Why are you snitching? You're snitching because it wasn't you. Right? You're snitching because it wasn't you. But when you have been put on a no snitching gag, what that means is, yeah, that you are now, yeah, possibly facing a punishment for something you didn't do. Yeah? So therefore, you're taking on the burden that the person who did it should face. You see what I mean? And that's how, yeah, gangsters and thieves, that's how they get away with escaping, yeah, their thief. They call it, yeah, the man's rule, no snitching rule, yeah. Let me tell you, it is true, yeah, no snitching is true. If me and you, yeah, go 50-50 in partnership to commit a crime, yeah, and I stood to benefit and agreed with whatever my share was, and I was happy that when this goes through, I'm gonna get that, yeah, it means I'm complicit with you. I'm your accomplice. Therefore, no snitching. In fact, snitching should really, yeah, get me, yeah, the same amount as you, yeah, because we did, but snitching gets you what? Time off. Yeah? Time off what? Because snitching, all it does is put you in the right category of where you actually committed the crime. Although some people snitch, even though they committed most of the crime. Yeah? But let's say you didn't commit the crime and you didn't stand to benefit from it. Yeah? If you stick to this rule, you're destroying your life so another man can keep living his. This rule is why most black people in the West, yeah, are suffering. Listen, this rule exists. Listen, this rule exists, yeah, in other communities like the Albanians. I've seen it. Like the Russians. I've seen it. Yeah. Like the Romanians. I've seen it. But get this, they do look after you if you don't snitch. When you're inside, yeah, they will look after you. Yeah? Not from the outside, from the inside. Your brothers are always there. Because that's the world you live in. And you're in and out of these establishments. So when they go in there, whoever's in there looks after them. Even, listen, but you see, the black community, the people that are leading these gangs, yeah, they're greedy. They look out for themselves. So when you stick to that no snitching rule, they're snitching on you in the first place. How many black people you know that have gone to prison for someone they sold drugs for, yeah, and then in prison they will tell you, yeah, or while I was in prison, my man just left me. All of them. Even their brothers would leave them. Fuck the no snitching rule. Start appreciating your life. Yeah? If you're involved, you're involved. No snitching. If you're not involved, you're not involved. Yeah? But you told the police, yeah? I give you the information you want, and anything happens to me, I blame you. You make sure that's the last part of your statement. Every time you give information to the police, make sure that's the last bit of your statement. They make money. Yeah, your statement is knowledge. Knowledge is worth money. You're meant to be charging them for it. You're giving them free information, but you're giving to them on the protection of society. So you're doing your bit for society, and they're there to protect society. From that moment, you see you. The criminal should be shaken even when you walk past their house. They shouldn't make it so you're too scared to go in the criminal's area. They should make it so the criminal, shakes when they see you coming. I'm telling you, I can't remember how many times, I've had to lie to girls, that this boy is working, that he's working with me, he'll get money, he'll come and pay your money. And there will always be money that the girl didn't give him. Listen, one girl called police on him, he took her card and spent the money. And then he agreed to pay, and then it was taking time. So the girl was trying to use the text messages to prove, it didn't go nowhere, because, you understand what I'm saying? Mad. He'll take a girl's credit card and swipe one shirt. One. And then walk around showing other girls that listen, he learns from the best. From the worst of the best. The time is 4:24 a.m. My name is Kojo. Today is confrontational and aggressive day. Yow. And yeah. Love.